Thanks for watching 4 Minutes to a Better Marriage. I've done two sessions recently on the topic of trust. The first one on the importance of trust to a marriage in order to make it lasting and healthy and satisfying, because we just don't build closeness with anyone unless we trust that person. And then in the one just before this that I was doing, I talked about 7 different qualities of a person who can be trusted, and I based them upon the word respect. And you can certainly find those videos on Facebook or through YouTube as well. Now, in this one, I want to look at it from a different angle, because the question we're asking today is, what happens when you're married to somebody who has never given you a reason to not trust them, and yet you still have trouble trusting them? So that creates a frustration for them, because they ask this question: why can't you trust me? What have I personally done to cause you to lose your trust in me? And very often the answer to that question is nothing, because it's not the person you're married to that's the problem. It's either one of two other things. The first is experiences, and the second is fears, and sometimes they go together. I had a student years ago in one of the colleges where I taught, and he told me this story. He said that his father took him for a walk when the boy was 4 years old. And as they were walking, they came to a place where there was a wall about maybe 3 or 4 feet high. And the dad lifted his boy up and put him on the wall. And then he said, "Son, jump to me, jump to me." And the boy, wanting to have the exciting experience of jumping off of a 4-foot wall, jumped to his dad. His dad moved out of the way, let the boy hit the ground. The boy lay there crying. And the father said to him, "Son, let that be a lesson to you to never trust anyone." Now, I don't know that if you've ever had an experience as dramatic as that one was, but you have had some experiences in your life that made you wonder whether you could really trust somebody or not. And that has created fears. But even if you didn't have the experiences, you live with people who create fears. One of the most common ones is the fear that a man is going to be unfaithful to his wife. And she may have friends who've had that experience, happen to them. She may have heard stories. Sooner or later, every man's going to do it, so just get ready. Count your days. But here's the truth. The truth is that your husband or your wife has never given you any reason not to trust them. So what do you do about this paralysis that you're experiencing internally? Well, here's what I had to do. Because when we were in our early years of marriage, I had a hard time trusting Diane with money. Believe me when I tell you, my wife is very trustworthy. Easy to trust her. No reason whatsoever not to. But I was afraid, and my fears came out of my experience of never having enough. And one day, I just told her, "Diane, I don't want to be this way." Now, that was the beginning. I admitted it was a problem. It wasn't her problem. The problem was inside of me. And then I told her, I don't know how to change. That's the second part of it, because I didn't know how to change. But do you know what Diane did? She started praying for me, and I started praying, and I started to ask God to release me from the power of my past experiences and fears so that I could truly trust Diane. For more than 40 years, I suppose, it's never been a problem for us. So my encouragement to you today is, why don't you ask God to help you to get past your fears and past the negative power of past experiences, so that you can really trust this person that you're married, because really, they probably deserve your trust. This is Mike Constantine, and this is 4 Minutes to a Better Marriage.